Welcome everyone. I am Lennox Bennett. Welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed, please feel free to do so. Now today I'll be looking at the primary exit profile, better known as PEP, and this is for the year 2022, and these are the topics that our young children will be doing. So as usual, preparation is the key. I'm going to go through the language, I'm going to read it on the maths and on this level, science and the social studies. All right. This exam is very important as students will seek to go to the school of their choice. I think everyone should be able to go to the school that they desire. So let's get right into it. All right. So look at the language and the part of speech like nouns, abstract, concrete, preposition, conjunction, adverb, pronoun, relative, and verb tense. Right? So subject and verb agreement, you know about that, singular and so forth. Subordinate and the main clause, punctuation. So make sure you go through that with them. Capitalization, comma, full stop, question mark, colon, and semicolon, and so forth. All right. Figure of speech like metaphor, similes, alliteration, adverb, and personification. All right. So you have to teach them all of this. Ensure that I would suggest that you go through these one at a time. All right. So you start at part of speech, go down to and so forth. All right. All right. Paragraph and like topic sentence, the main idea, supporting details, writing prompts, and it's very similar to the CSEC, narrative and expository writing. All right. Persuasive, element of story, art of purpose. And the last one would be vocabulary, antonym, synonym, homophones, phononyms, prefix, suffix, and context clue. All right, so that is it for the English. Let's look at the maths. I will try to elaborate as much as possible since as I'm a maths specialist. All right, so the first one is numbers, and this is global. Doesn't matter what country, numbers is the key. All right, so you must know the difference between an odd number and an even number, a prime number, a composite, what are integers, whole numbers, squared numbers, and cube numbers, right? So we know that you must know that odd numbers are numbers that when divided by 2, there's one remainder. Even numbers are divisible by 2, no remainder. Prime numbers only has 2 factors, one on itself. Composite number, basically 3 or more factors. So they must know what it meant by factors and so forth. And integers and whole numbers, they must know the difference. That's how I normally start my class with natural and whole numbers and integers, right? So integers is a set of positive or negative numbers. Whole numbers are the counting numbers including 1. I don't see natural numbers on this, but natural numbers is when you start at 1 up to infinity. Squared numbers is a number multiplied by itself. Cube numbers are numbers multiplied by itself 3 times. All right, so that's aspect 1 of it, which is numbers. Very important, parents. I've done all of this with my students. As I saw this, I'm feeling probably overconfident, but we will continue to work. All right, and you have representation of sets. You must know difference between finite and infinite. Now, finite is a set of numbers that are countable. Infinite, it's not countable. There's no ending. All right. You must know between equal and equivalent, empty set, are null. Right. You must know symbols and meaning of intersection, union, member of element, and not a member, and so forth. Venn diagram, they must be able to draw the Venn diagram. I've gone through that with my students. Honestly, I've been through everything, so let me just not talk about my students. I'm really feeling confident since I've seen this. All right, number value, exponential, form, expanded notation, and sequencing and rounding off numbers. So these are explanatory. They are self-explanatory. So they must be able to round off number, they know the exponential form and the expanded notation form. Sequencing, a very important aspect. So they must be able to identify the next number in the sequence based on a set of numbers given, rounding numbers, whether by tens, hundred, thousands, and so forth. Right? So they must know how to round off rule. Right? Let's move on to 4, and that's mathematical sentences. So these are normally sentences that you transform into math, right? Like you say, John is 4 years older than Pam, and so forth, and you can use that to represent. So we normally call it algebraic expression at the higher level, but it's the same thing. We retain the mathematical sentences and put it into meaningful mathematical terms. All right, and we have number properties, fractional numbers, and this is the 4 operations. The 4 basic operations are multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. They must be able to do ratio and percentage, right? Measurement, scale drawing, blueprint, actual size, and number 9, unit of time. It must be able to differentiate between the 12-hour and the 24-hour clock. The 10 the perimeter of regular and irregular shape objects. We know that perimeter is the total distance around an enclosed shape. And they must know area, area of a rectangle, area of a square, area of a triangle. They must can differentiate between the different formulas. And also compound shapes. And this is when you combine 2 or more shapes. All right. So they would have done that. I'm not seeing volume on this. All right, so on to geometry and properties of 2Ds and 3D shapes, comparing and contrasting, recognizing face, edges, and vertices. All right. Polygons of regular and irregular polygons, and they must know about congruent and similar figures. So they must be able to differentiate between that. All right. Statistics and probability, and they should be collecting and representing data. So basically, students might be asked to create whether a pie chart, a pictograph, a bar graph, a line graph, and the final one is stem and leaf. This is the one that I need to review with my class. I've not done this. This is the only one that I've not done. I've done it with the earlier set, but a number of persons have joined. So I'm feeling pretty confident. So please ensure that you check with your teachers what they are doing in terms of covering the entire paper, because these are the topics that will be coming for 2022. Let's look at the science, and they say living things, life processes and environment, types of environment, environment of our effects on it, and so forth. The different types of soil, soil degradation, how to preserve environment, climate change, cause and effect of reducing factors. As I said, guys, you can go through this with them directly in this order. That's what I would suggest. Solid waste disposal factors, effect of improper solid waste disposal, what are the effects on the environment and so forth. All right. And it says also the effects of environmental problems to humans. How does these environmental problems affect us as humans, and what are the possible solutions? So go through it with them. All right. Next, we have energy, light, and sunlight, right? So they must be distinguishing luminous and non-luminous objects, to investigate the properties of the light, interaction of light with different material lenses. Next, we have mirrors, reflection, refraction in daily life. So they must be able to link reflection and refraction in our everyday life. All right, and that's where everything is going. We must be able to everyday life link it. Same thing with maths. All right, All right, sound, investigating properties of sound, related sounds of materials used, effects of loud sounds, and so forth. You know, like what does loud sound, or those that affect humans, and so forth. Sources and ways of reducing noise pollution. How can we reduce noise pollution in our environment? Can the government do what us the regular citizens do? All right, what about the parties and so forth? These are possible scenarios they can give them. So we have to prepare our kids for all of this. All right, they can get a drawing, and they show the different types of activities, and they should be able to link it with noise or sound pollution. All right, very important thing to go through that with them parents. You don't have to wait on teachers for that. All right. All right, it says material properties and use. Properties and uses of selected materials. Relative properties to use. Classify materials based on properties. All right. Storage, handling, and disposal of material. Designing material for specific function and properties. So ensure that your teachers have gone through all of these with them. These are all coming on the exam. All right. This is from the PEP itself. All right, so it says that relative property use and properties, storage, handling, and disposal of material. I read those already. Designing materials for specific function based on property. Reversible and irreversible changes. So they must be able to differentiate between reversible and irreversible changes. What does irreversible mean? Cannot be changed, right? So they must be able to differentiate between these. And it's a change of state of matter, right? And this is what's very critical to persons doing biochemistry, right? So students should be able. Let's look at the last one. This video is taking longer than I thought. Yes, I like to talk. All right, so the social studies. So the social studies, our common heritage, so we must know about our Caribbean culture, Amerindians, the Europeans, the involuntary immigration, the post-emancipation migration. We must know about the East Indians, the Chinese, and this is relevant because our society is made up of these people out of many one. All right, Caribbean festivals, road to independence of 8, Cuba, Jamaica. Number 11, the Commonwealth, the national heroes, Marcus Garvey, Norman Manley, and Alexander Bustamante. Notice that they limit the national heroes to these persons. All right, so ensure that you place a lot of emphasis on Norman Manley, Marcus Garvey, and Alexander Bustamante. These are cues to what students will be tested on. And a matter of fact, guys, notice I don't say share or anything. Don't be selfish, just do this. This is for our kids, Mr. Ben. All right, I will say living together. What identify us as a nation? What make Jamaica, Jamaica? The national flag. You must know the colors of the flag and all of these things. What each represent. What does the black represent? What does the yellow represent? What does the green represent? And also the coat of arms. They must be able to identify what is on the coat of arms. All right, and the Jamaica's motto, out of many one people. What does that mean? All right, let's look at number 17. Continue with national, and they see what is the national bird, the national fruit, the national flower, the national tree, the national anthem, the national pledge. So you must know about your national stuff. So ensure parents you go through with them with these, question them on it. All right, they must get the exam before they get the exam. That is my motto. Next, the physical environment and the impact of human activities. What are landform, islands, lowland, mountain ranges of the world, and Jamaica. Importance of island, effects of human activities on islands. And we must know about planet Earth, lines of latitude and longitude. And they must know the different types of continents, island, peninsula, and isthmus, oceans of the world, and the world seas. Let's see if it finished there. No, it's still finished there. And the world major rivers. So you're gonna look at the world major rivers versus Jamaica major rivers. All right. Your corporate blah blah blah. Your sweet teachers will have gone through them. All right. So guys, if you have any questions or if you want me to WhatsApp this to you, just leave your number in the comment section. No, that's a public something. All right, what you can do is take my number. WhatsApp me. I don't want your number to be in the public. So this is my number. Just WhatsApp me if you want this. All right, so it's 876-549-2161. It's already on my channel, but just in case you have not follow me, and just text the word primary, just take PEP curriculum based topics. All right, I will know exactly what you are. I have many persons texting me, so be specific as possible. All right, I have persons texting me about everything, guys, so it's very rough on me, so just be specific, so as I see it I know that okay, forward this to this person. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mr. Bennett from out, no doubt. See you guys in another video. I will be doing a complete revision on these as usual on my channel, not just for my students, but for students who cannot afford tutoring. So tell the persons to look out for that. All right. So see you guys in another video. So Mr. Bennett from out, no doubt.